Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is all about my aims for June. I set myself both financial and personal aims for the month. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So yes, aims for the month ahead. I like to set myself monthly aims to ensure that I'm staying on track with my yearly goals. So I set myself goals for the year to achieve, and then each month the aims I put in for each month kind of work towards the yearly goal, if that makes sense. So two different types. So I set myself some financial goals, and then I set myself some personal goals, things that don't quite relate to finances, although I suppose everything relates to it in some shape or form. My budget is already set up for June, so I'll leave a link below to that if you've not watched it already. These are the aims that I hope to achieve during the month ahead. So the first one is I'm aiming for 20 no spend days. So I'm a big fan of no spend days. I think they really help my budget. I have a tracker in my budget planner. I'll leave a link below to those that help me to track these throughout the month, and I really like the visual representation of the days when I spend versus the days I don't. And generally, the more no spend days I have, the better my spending and therefore my budget and therefore my aims are gonna be. So for me, no spend days work really well. I've tracked these for such a long time now that it's kind of second nature to do it. If you're starting out, you might find it a bit of a shock to see just how often you spend money, but I do recommend them. But it is a bit of a, you either really like them or you really hate them. It's one of those kind of things. I really like them and I track them, and so I give myself a yearly aim and also then a monthly aim for those. The next one is I'm going to aim to do an overpayment. So I'm going to aim to overpay our mortgage by £185. This links into our early retirement goal. If you've not seen that video, I'll leave a link below to that. We are aiming to retire early, and that coincides, or hopefully will coincide, with us being mortgage free as well. The figure £185, because people do ask that generally pays off the interest that's applied to our mortgage plus a tiny bit extra. Sometimes it's like we manage to overpay more. We have in previous months managed to overpay a bit more. Sometimes it's less depending on what happens during the month. But generally that's what I aim for the overpayment. It just seems like we are working on two different aspects of our retirement goal kind of together. So the majority of our extra money goes into building our £1,000 a month dividend income stream, which I'll leave a link below to as well. Please watch that. It explains so much about why we're doing this. And then some of it goes into overpaying our mortgage. So the two are very much intertwined in terms of our goals, but that's why they're there. The next thing in terms of monetary goals is I'm going to aim to put £700 into my investment account. That again links into our early retirement goal and the building of the dividend income stream. And always when I do this, all of my goals are kind of aiming for that, and it's a very much a long-term aim. So these goals, these monthly aims help towards that, but it is a long-term goal of ours to retire early. But the £700 does go into my investment ISA, and anything extra that we can save on top of that will go into our emergency fund. Now £700 is quite a big chunk of our joint household income, so we might not reach that this month. I don't know, we might be able to save more. Last month we managed to save more because we're not doing anything. So it just depends on kind of circumstances, if you like. But they are my three, because there's always three, monetary goals, financial goals for June. I'm hoping that, given that things seem to be in a routine now, like a new routine, that these will be fairly achievable. Although when I think that something's going to be straightforward, it then doesn't become it at all. So we'll wait and see there. I then set myself two like personal goals, so things that are not related to money. The first one in June is to take each day as it comes. Now that's the same as what it was in May. I think at the moment it feels strange to plan too far ahead because we just don't know how things are going to go. So in terms of taking each day as it comes, it's just trying to be in the moment rather than worrying about what might happen next. And we're just at home. So when I say we, my husband is going to work. I mean me and our 2 children are at home. And it's just taking each day as it comes, seeing what kind of mood they're in, seeing what the weather's like, seeing if we can do anything, even if that's just going for a little walk around the block, something like that. But just take each day as it comes. I think that there's no point in trying to plan ahead for something that we don't know whether it's going to change or not. Obviously there's being prepared, but there's only so much you can prepare when you don't know what you're preparing for. So that's my first personal goal. And the second one is to teach myself a new skill. Now actually, if this goes well, this does relate to my blog and my side hustle income. However, the actual skill itself could be used for anything, so that's why it's a personal aim. It might in time kind of help with the monetary aims, but at the moment the new skill is purely just for me trying to teach myself something new. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and once I got my first workshop done and kind of thought through the process of that, then I can now dedicate slightly more time to this new thing. I'm quite excited. I don't think it will be as straightforward as maybe I think it will. I've been doing lots of reading and lots of watching videos and stuff of research about this. I will share at some point what this is. It just feels like I don't want to say what it is in case I'm really, really bad at it and don't end up being able to teach myself it particularly quickly. And then I've got this big aim and I have to talk about it, so we'll see how that goes. But for June, my second personal aim is to teach myself a new skill. And we'll see how that goes. The only kind of, not issue, but like the only thing that might stop me from doing that as well or as much as I'd like is purely a time management thing. I'm juggling a lot of plates at the moment as it is without trying to take on something new as well. I don't know if I'm just being a bit daft in thinking that I can add that into the already quite busy mix of my life in general, so we'll see. Because even on a night time, once I've got the boys to sleep, I'm then either researching YouTube videos, I'm writing a blog post, I'm doing things on social media, and I only have like a couple of hours, if that, where I can really focus, and sometimes it's not even that long because I'm so tired by the time it gets there that the thought of then just sitting at my computer for another 2 hours is so unappealing. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. I do want to do it, it's just having that balance somewhere, because at the moment I'm starting to lose the balance of life, side hustle, everything else, and that's not even juggling that alongside my job. So we'll see how it goes. But in the end, they are my 5 goals for June, for the month ahead. So 20 no spend days, £185 as a mortgage overpayment, £700 in investments. Talking of investments, I am quite happy to share more about how I do my investing if that's something you are interested in. If that sounds like something that you would like to know about, then let me know and I'll kind of shuffle my video schedule and put some of those in there. I do have a video next week about what I am currently watching in my watch list for my investments. But anyway, so £700 in investments, and then take each day as it comes. Enjoy the moment if possible. Some days are much easier than others, I'm not gonna lie. Some days are really tough and the days are long and nothing I do seems to go very well, but then other days are absolutely lovely, and it's always going to be kind of swings and roundabouts. And then my new skill that I'm not going to share yet. I think that's just because in case I'm rubbish, so therefore I don't need to share it. But there you go. Have you set yourself any aims for June? Do you set yourself monthly aims, or do you think they're a bit of a waste of time? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're okay and staying safe. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you again very soon.